kuwakaribisha kwanza BAPS, tafadhali songeni mbele.
Can I also ask the representative of Islam faith and the Christian faith to come on stage so we can do this quick, fast, and in a hurry, in an orderly fashion. So if they can come on stage, and then one by one we'll start with the Christian faith, then followed by the Hindu faith, and then lastly the Islamic faith. So let's come on stage, please, as we prepare for this.
Tumuombe Mwenyezi Mungu. Mwenyezi Mungu mwenye utukufu na enzi na iza, tunakushukuru kwa siku hii ya leo na kwa haya ambayo umetuletea katika mji wetu. Twakuomba uibariki mji wetu wa Nairobi, uwabariki viongozi wetu, hasatan the incoming governor. Mpe hikma, mpe maarifa, mpe utulivu, umpe falsafa ya kuweza kuendesha nchi yetu kwa uzuri na salama, na kaunti yetu ipate kupata malengo yake, irudi katika ile hadhi ilikuwa ya Nairobi City. Mwenyezi Mungu wewe ndio mweza. Kama ulivyomteua Sakaja, pia ndio maana ya sisi kuwa hapa leo Nairobi yetu. Tutakuomba Mwenyezi Mungu uirudishe katika hadhi yake. Wewe ndio uliotupatia nchi hii, wewe ndio ulipatia mji huu. Tutakuomba Mwenyezi Mungu kwa iza yako na rehema yako wakabidhi viongozi wetu nguvu kama ulivyomkabidhi Nabii Suleimani na hikma, wakabidhi hikma na maarifa kama ulivyomkabidhi Nabii Suleimani, na wakabidhi usawa na utendaji haki kama ulivyomjalia mtume wetu Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Rabbi, sisi ni waja wako, viumbe vyako, tutengenezee mji wetu uwe ni mji wa matendo na baraka na matunda ya fanaka. Ya Allahu ya Aziz ya Ghafar birahmatika ya Rahman Rahimin, ya Jabbar ya Dhal Quwwati al-Matin ya Rahman Rahimin. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
Asante sana Ustadh Hassan Ali.
Let me invite BAPS to come. Oh, there you are, right.
Namaste, brothers and sisters. I, Engineer Kamal Gupta, pray on behalf of entire Hindu community for our great leadership. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swah Tat Savitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. O God, the Creator, the basis of all life, who is self-existent, who is free from all the pains, whose contact frees the soul from all troubles, who pervades the universe and sustains all, the creator and energizer of the whole universe, the giver of happiness, who is worthy of acceptance, the most excellent, who is pure and the purifier of all. Let us embrace that very God so that he may direct our mental faculties in the right direction. I also pray for the entire leadership and everyone in our great nation. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, may all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, may no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace. Amani, Amani, Amani to our great nation, Kenya. Thank you very much.
Om, we always begin a new assignment or work by praying to the Lord Ganapati to remove any obstacles and give the wisdom, willpower and strength to achieve the goals. Om Gananantva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravasramam Jestarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Ana Shrunvannoti Bisida Sadhanam. This prayer is meant to drive away the negativity in and around us, bring the good thoughts which leads to the good deeds and the positive vibration. Namaste astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagni Kalaya Kalagni Rudraya Nilakantaya Mrutyunjayaya Sarveswaraya Sadashivaya Sriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyurma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We pray for the peace in our family, peace in our motherland, peace in the universe. Let the peace and tranquility prevail in our beautiful country, Kenya, at all times. Mungu tu bariki, Mungu ibariki Kenya. Amani, amani, amani. Ashanti ni sana.
Now we invite the Christian faith to come and say a word of prayer. There were 3 bishops earlier. If they could just come on stage and wind up this session for prayer.
Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we want to thank you, worship you, and love you because you're a good God.
And now leading.
We want to thank you because of the nation of Kenya.
Bishop Pius Moiro of Maximum Miracle Center is leading prayers there. Of course, you've also seen other religious leaders leading prayers at the KICC. And at this point, obviously, it's important to confirm that the President-elect, Dr. William Ruto, is also there. He even arrived earlier than Sakaja, because, I mean, this is Sakaja's moment. So by the time Sakaja was coming in, the President-elect was already seated at the KICC. Obviously, after prayers, because the MC had gone way ahead of prayers, she had intimated about entertainment. But then we start with prayers, and then after that, entertainment, and we shall see the swearing in of Governor Sakaja. But of course, as we were talking about Nairobi, we're talking about garbage, we were talking about congestion, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges he has to deal with. And walking through town, other than, vehicles that are making their way into Nairobi, we have seen our resurgence of hawkers inside the central business district. Quite a concern there, Wakili.
Not even only hawkers, the border people.
Oh, yeah.
They can actually hit you nowadays in this town. So those are some of the issues which we expect the governor to deal with. Either find designated places for the borders, and the hawkers now should also be restrained, maybe limited to some streets, because also you need to know that most of the Nairobi people are poor. So some of them are actually making their livelihood out of that hawking business. So telling them totally not to be in the CBD is actually making several homes go hungry. So he needs to find the right mix of either designate some streets where people can actually go buy these wares from the hawkers, and then they should be contained to that. But the business of finding a hawker everywhere, even outside the office of the president, it's a big concern. A big concern which we need to limit, so that we can have some order and some semblance of organization, so that even visitors who come, I think in some other cities around the world, it's not that they don't have these people, they do, but they have designated places. If you go like Pretoria, you might think that the city is totally pro-Western, till you ask where are the other people, the common folks now, like the Muturuas and the likes. Then you're told, just a minute, like 10 minutes from the CBD, you just switch into a new world where you find all these people. So if we can have such a mix, then I think it will be a great thing.
Absolutely. Of course, I expected, now this is Narok, Keturek Olen Tutu, the next governor, the second governor of Nairobi County, also now on your set at the William Olen Timama Stadium, headed for his swearing in Nairobi. We'll also be taking you a bit to Nairobi to witness that. But of course, talking about KICC and Sakaja is obviously expected. The ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi, who's been quite critical and elementary in the political career of Johnson Sakaja, the last 5 years. I'm talking about the last 5 years. At one point, Sakaja toyed with being an ANC member, and then at one last minute we realized he's in UDA, but I've not seen him on the podium, or probably then he has gone to witness the swearing in of Issa Timami of Lamu, who is the only elected governor on an ANC ticket. But the pictures you have on your screen are from ANC, from Narok, and you have Patrick Olen Tutu. He was CAS in President Uhuru Kenyatta's administration the last 5 years. He will be sworn in as the second governor of Narok County, taking over from Ole tonight. And of course, he warded off stiff competition from Moitalel Ole Kenta, the immediate member of parliament for Narok North. I spoke to Sakaja about a month and a half ago here on KBC Channel 1. And obviously he was talking about the problem of water, and he appeared to understand the problem of water in Nairobi County in terms of supply and the shortage thereof. But I'm interested in seeing whether it will be Sakaja who finally cracks that big puzzle around water supply in Nairobi.
Yes, actually, that's one of the other things. Actually, I don't know why I forgot that, but that's one of the major things we need to discuss as Nairobi, because that's becoming a problem. That you find, I think it's only like 60% of the residents of Nairobi, especially the well-to-do places who can be able to access water. The other places where the majority of Nairobians stay actually do not have access to water. And water is quite costly there than these other well-to-do places. So that is largely a big problem. And I don't think it's an issue which Nairobi in itself can be able to solve. It needs to work with the national government. There was a very interesting proposal that we were doing the Northern Collector Tunnel. I don't know how far that project is. It has been in the pipeline for too long. Actually, it has been in the tunnel now, not even in the pipeline. It has been in the tunnel for too long. we hope, because somebody it was being marketed as the one silver bullet which could solve Nairobi problem. We most probably could want to know how far the project is and how soon we're going to have water in Nairobi everywhere. And then you realize, Kioko, also the problem with Nairobi water is not basically lack of water. There is also the aspect of cartels, who especially in the slum areas, who go cutting the pipes and connecting them to their tankers so that the water bowsers, so that they can be able to sell it for a profit. So that is something which he needs to rein in and be able to get all these people. First, he needs to ensure that there's enough water. Once the enough water is there, then be able to be supplied and be able to cut the pipes so that the cartels do not take advantage and capitalize. And they should be able to investigate everybody with a water boss. Where do they get their water? If you're having your water boss within the estate and there's no water, most probably you're trying to to profiteer out of it. So we need to investigate whether you're the one who has actually cut the pipes, or you have used your cronies to actually do the work for you. So those are some things which can be able to sort, so that Nairobi looks like a city which is well managed.
It is pop musician Nyashinsky.
Yes, very nice musician.
Performing at the KICC. For the invited guests, of course, and the governor-elect Johnson Sakaja. And speaking about Nairobi, of course, when I was speaking to him, and anybody who makes reference to Nairobi County is synonymous with one very dark word: cartels. Cartels, yes. Are you telling me that since the era of local government and the other, and we'll talk about that in a bit, but let's just head over to. I understand Irungu Kangata, the elect, is about to take his oath of office. I think he's.
ID number 21775938. In front of the podium, in readiness, take the oath of office. I also call upon the judge, the honorable judge, to take our position next to the governor. In readiness to administer the oath. If it is your leadership, I would like to call upon the governor to leave the Bible with his right hand and place his left hand on the Constitution. Yes, the spouse can come and hold the Constitution for him. So the governor will lift the Bible with his right hand. He will then place his left hand on the Constitution. Kindly proceed and take the oath of office.
I, Honorable Dr. Kioko, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people in the Republic of Kenya in the office of the Governor of Murang'a County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office, and that I will do justice to all in accordance with the Constitution and the laws of Kenya without fear, favor, affection, or ill will. So help me God.
I now call upon the officer so that she can which the governor will sign together with the oath of office and the certificate.
All right. That is Irungo Kangata. Now we'll be just signing that oath, and that effectively makes him the next governor of Murang'a County, the second governor of Murang'a, representing the over 1.3 million people who call Murang'a County home. It has about 600,000 registered voters. Let's just head back there, see what is happening. All right, that's signing of the oath. And this function, obviously, that Ihura Stadium is in Murang'a town, being the headquarters of the Murang'a County government. Looking at the pictures from the dais, I saw the Deputy Governor, Maina Kamau, at the dais. I have not seen the gentleman of Mwangi Wairia, the incumbent or the outgoing governor for Murang'a County. I've not seen him on that dais. Probably once you have clearer pictures whether he's on that set, and that is Murang'a County. Again, one of the counties in Mount Kenya, and that prioritizes much on issues of agriculture, which again is another devolved function. But counties still appear to be struggling function in terms of identifying opportunity for their farmers, and probably even improving on the aspect of trade.
Yes, that is a big challenge, but I don't understand why that could be the case, because I mean, Kenya is agriculture is the backbone of our economy, and we do a lot. We do a lot of farming. So it's just a matter of a county government identifying which crops are grown within their jurisdiction, and then getting to actually do even value addition, which is not a costly process. For example, Kioko, if I may tell you, there's the aspect of we have seen what the county governor, the outgoing, has been able to do. He actually set up a creamery, which is very commendable because his people produce milk. So I don't know what happens to the other counties where milk is produced. They could not be. We have seen people like Kivuta Kibwana from Makweni. He has done quite a lot around agriculture. He has been able to set up, I think, 2 factories, so to say, and now he's gotten into negotiation with the European Union to export some of the products of his county, and even Israel, I think. So it's about governors not understanding what it is that they can do, because there's a lot. There are these counties within the food basket region who actually have done nothing at all. You know, Makweni is kind of not a very conducive for agriculture, but the man has been able to go to the ground, identify opportunities, and capitalize on them. And you see now, he's even doing things which even the government has not been able to do, signing an agreement with the European Union. You realize the one we have with the European Union is already lapsed. We are on a transition period which the government has not been able to secure a deal. But for him and his county, they have secured a deal for his farmers. That is quite commendable. So it's about a governor knowing or having the right people and actually knowing where to put the money.
All right. We still have a lot of pictures from Murang'a and Embu County. That, of course, is Cecily Wamutito Barire and her deputy Mugo. And of course, we are on standby also. I think it's time for him to take the oath of office. So probably we can listen in, and then probably Victor, when we come back, will be telling us whether Cyprian Awiti has done anything about fish in Homa Bay. So let's first listen in.
The governor first, and then we shall swear in the deputy governor. And I hereby call upon Honorable Sakaja Arthur Johnson, CBS, to take his stand. And he may be accompanied by Mrs. Sakaja to hold the Bible for him. My lady. Salimia. Judge will be on this side. Judge will be on this side. This side.
Johnson Sakaja, siasa safi. Tumchagua Johnson Sakaja Nairobi. Chagua Johnson Sakaja Nairobi. Kawangware wewe. Nairobi.
I'm sure you can read. Yeah, that's fine. Proceed and read the oath of office.
Thank you. I need the microphone. I, I, Sakaja Arthur Johnson, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of Governor of Nairobi County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office, and that I will do justice to all in accordance with the Constitution and the laws of Kenya without fear, favor, affection, or ill will. So help me God.
So the governor will now sign the oath of office in triplicate. The governor shall also sign the certificate of inauguration again in triplicate. Pursuant to Section 38 of the Leadership and Integrity Act, as read in the Regulations 34.1 of the Leadership and Integrity Regulations 2015, the governor will sign a commitment to the General Leadership and Integrity Code. The judge will commission the same.
We have in Embu County now. It's official that Sicily, Wamutito, Mbarire, and Mugo are the deputy governor, governor and deputy in Embu County, taking over from Martin Wambora, the man of 9 lives, the guy who's been impeached twice, but never went anywhere, done his 10 years as governor, and now he's out and leaving the reins of power to Sicily, Mbarire. Quite an interesting turn there in Embu. Victor, obviously, before we went over to, Embu and Nairobi, we were talking about the management of the agriculture docket by county governors, and we'll be interested to see probably, particularly from Homa Bay, and we depend on fish from that area. Question is, Cyprian Awiti, what has he done in terms of ensuring that the farmers in Homa Bay have an market for the fish, but most importantly, even in terms of value addition?
Well, I'm yet to get the correct data of...
or it does not exist.
Exactly, and just to have the correct picture of what the outgoing governor did to the residents of Homa Bay County. But you remember in the morning when Simon Achola had that interview with the gentleman, he said that his main concern is to see the cotton farming revived. Homa Bay County does pretty well because the bigger part of the lake basin
is a black soil, and it used to do so well in terms of cotton farming. A majority of farmers or families in Homa Bay County are just subsistent farmers, not commercial, so to speak. So you'd imagine that one of the biggest source of revenue would have been either pineapple, which does well in part of the lower part of Homa Bay, that is in Kochia area, Dhiwa, watermelon farming, but most importantly, fish trade. The biggest problem that many people in Homa Bay faced is lack of storage facilities.
All right. We'll come to you to finish up on that point. Let's head over to Meru. Kawira Mwangaza and the deputy are about to take the oath of office. I don't know whether Kawira has already done or is about to. Let's just listen in.
I'd like to invite the Honorable Governor-elect, Honorable Bishop Kawira Mwangaza, to come and take her place before the lynching. You, my lady, I invite you to take your place next to the governor. Governor-elect, kindly lift the Bible with your right hand. I invite your spouse to place his left hand on the Constitution of Kenya.
I, Honorable Bishop Kawira Mwangaza, do swear that I shall always truly and diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of the Governor of Meru County, that I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the said office, and that I will do justice to all in accordance with the Constitution and the laws of Kenya without fear, favor, affection, ill will. So help me God.
Let's go and sign the certificate.
The oath of office in Nairobi as the deputy governor. Of course, we've also seen Kawira Mwangaza, of course, elected on an independent ticket in Meru County, taking over or being sworn in as the governor for Meru County. Of course, with the ink on that oath, it makes her the substantive governor for the next 5 years. Of course, all factors remaining constant. Victor, you were finishing up on whether your governor has handled agriculture the way it should.
Just before I get into that, I'm looking at the timings, swearing in ceremonies, right? Yeah. Irungu Kangata took oath of office at 10:52 a.m. Sakaja at exactly 11 a.m. And now we have got Kawira Mwangaza at 11:07 a.m. You'd imagine that they are rushing against time to beat the deadline of 2 p.m. So, and you can see it takes less than a minute to read that oath and you're done. 45 seconds to so to speak. What will actually prolong these kind of events is now speeches and entertainment. But the biggest, reason why people are here today is just to be sworn in. Then the rest are just entertainment. Now, back to Homa Bay County. As I refer to what gentleman said in the morning with Simon Achola, is cotton farming should be revived. It used to do pretty well years back, but right now that does not work. But again, the fish farming or fishing in Lake Victoria, you'll realize that a majority of people in Lake Victoria, actually, a majority or the huge amount of fish that we consume here in Nairobi come from that region. But those people from that particular area do not have storage facility. They don't have. Go to Mbita, go to Homa Bay, go to Kisumu, they have none. What you'll find are lorries ready to pick whatever they have at the lake, and then they leave. Then the rest are just remaining there for small scale buyers there for consumption. But a majority of fishermen and businessmen get their fish from Homa Bay, from Mbita, call it, all to this side of Nairobi, including heading towards central part of Kenya and even to Mombasa, because they say that the fish in Mombasa sometimes is not that sweet as compared to the other one coming from the Lake Basin.
That's true. We have Cicely Wabutito Berire on your screen. She is now the Embu governor.
It's worth it.
Yeah, and doing her dance. I would imagine if you were the one in this position, you would be doing skelewu. But Wabutito appears to be, deeply engrossed in praising God, obviously after this victory. And of course, it's important to say the judge presiding over the swearing in Nairobi is Rose Aberili, who is a judge of the High Court and has administered the oath to both Johnson Sakaja, the governor, Nairobi County, and Dr. Njoroge Mushiri, the deputy governor. And of course, you also have pictures from Kwale there. Fatuma Achani will also be taking the oath today as the governor for Kwale County. I also understand in Homa Bay, big man Oyugi Maguanga has just arrived. And then, so what we're waiting for now is the governor-elect Gladys Wanga to make her way to that venue, and then they will take the oath of office. So clearly, quite a number of governors already have taken their oath of office, including in Murang'a, and you have seen the deputy also Munani taking the oath of office. So we could say that effectively there are counties already where government has already shaped up in terms of who will be their next governor in the next 5 years, Victor.
Absolutely. And now what now remains is now the first order of business, whether you're going to deliver your manifesto. If you had an encyclopedia in the name of a manifesto, then you have got, a lot of work to do. But first of all, you just need to identify. For example, you go to Murang'a. You did the gubernatorial bid in Murang'a. And what were they talking about was the avocado farming. It's as simple as such.
It's a big deal, particularly when it comes to avocado farming, and because remember, the avocado farming in Murang'a is being added to already existing tea and coffee, which is one of the biggest income earners for farmers in Murang'a County. Tea and coffee, and then now the horticulture adding up. And avocado, looking at the markets that have been available through the national government, we are yet to see a concerted effort, particularly from the county government, to create more awareness and to ensure that the conformity of standards, because I understand China does not own avocado. Maybe Ogola can tell you the kind of avocado China wants, but I understand they want it processed. You're sending it to them in a mukebe. So really the idea of plucking it from the tree and just thinking it's ready for sale is something else different. This is Kiambu, Kimani Wamatangi is there. Is that Bishop Mark Kariuki? That's Bishop Mark Kariuki also there. But Bishop Mark Kariuki natively is from Nakuru County, but probably he's the religious figure for Kimani Matan, and that explains his presence there in Kiambu County. But later I was telling you about Murang'a, and I think it's a challenge shared across Mount Kenya counties, including Nyandarua, Kiambu, Embu, Kirinyaga, Nyeri, as well as Meru and Tharaka Nithi, in terms of creating that market and awareness around the avocado market.
Yes.
And what really the market wants in terms of the final product. I don't think there's much information around there or concerted effort from county governments.
And I say the most important thing is the common mwananchi would want to see that value for their farming input. I do large-scale farming in maize, coffee, or something, and I would imagine my immediate government, that is the county government, does not have that immediate step to make sure that I get that value for my money. The only thing you can give me is your manifesto. I will do this, I will do that, I will do this, I will do that. You get that value, you get that money from the national government, coupled with your revenue collection from the county government. Why would a governor just identify a particular area? For example, in farming, when you go to my home county of Homa Bay, say, I want to have 2 storage facilities in Homa Bay and another one in Bita. You shall have saved thousands of fishermen from that region, for example.
Absolutely.
You go to Turkana. I'm told that Turkana has the sweetest fish. Again.
Favor, affection, or ill will, so help me God.
The Speaker of the County Assembly of Embu, Honorable Diriko gratitude. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your vote of confidence in me. I cannot forget to thank my family, starting with my husband Dennis, who is here. Dennis, I would request to stand up and just waving the people of Embu County. That's the gentleman. Thank you very much. My children, Tiffany and Samora, my mother, and my siblings for their immense support and prayers throughout my campaign journey. I also thank all the bishops here present, the clergy, some here and some not here, and the entire church who supported me in prayer throughout my campaign period. To my friends and supporters, no one can adequately relay the gratitude and appreciation that I have for the immense support and love that you have shown me along this journey. I can confidently say that without you, we wouldn't be here today. I cannot also forget my campaign team that planned our activities with passion and precision and went with me around this county to campaign and ensuring that we achieve the victories that we celebrate today. Asanteni sana wote na Mungu awabariki. To my worthy competitors, I congratulate you as well for running a peaceful campaign and wish you well as we look forward to moving on and developing our county. I want to take this opportunity also.
All right, that's Cicely Motito Barire. I had mentioned Motito. It's Cicely Motito Barire of Embu County. Let's cross over now to Kwale. Fatuma Achani, the next governor for Kwale County, is taking her oath.
Gentlemen, Section 12, Subsection 1 of the Assumption of the Office of Governor Act of 2019, the law provides that the governor-elect and the deputy governor-elect assume office by taking and subscribing to the stipulated oaths or affirmation for the execution of the functions of the office of governor and deputy governor respectively. Now, the particular oaths and affirmations for the two officers are prescribed in the first schedule of the Act. Section 11.3 of the Act requires that the oath or affirmation be administered to the governor-elect and the deputy governor-elect before a High Court judge. Hence, the meaning and import of the presence of Lady Justice Olga Sewe. I will ask her to stand. Thank you. She may say her names.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jamboni Nyote. My name is Olga Sewe na niko na furaha kuwa hapa leo. Asanteni.
Section 11.3 of the Act further requires that the swearing-in ceremony of the two officers be conducted at a public place. Formed the choice of this venue, Kwale Stadium, as the venue for all this important function. Section 12, subsection 2 of the Act states that the oaths and affirmations for the two officers shall be administered not earlier than 10 a.m. and not later than 2 p.m. It is now about 11:25 a.m., so we are still within the statutory timelines. Your Ladyship, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, committee published by notice in the Kenya Gazette the date, which is today, the time, as per the statutory timelines that I've stated, and the place, which is Kwale Main Stadium, where we presently are for the conduct of this swearing-in ceremony. The relevant notice is Kenya Gazette Notice number 9898, dated 17th of August this year, and published on the 19th of August this year, which clearly indicated that the governor-elect Honorable Fatuma Mohamed Achani, and the Deputy Governor-elect, Honorable Chirema Josephat Kombo, are to be sworn between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at Kwale Main Stadium. Confirm, Your Ladyship, that we are within the statutory timelines prescribed in the Act and that we have complied with those sections of the law. Further, it is instructive, my lady, that by Section 11, subsection 2 of the Act, that the Governor-elect and the Deputy Governor-elect be sworn in on the first Thursday after the 10th day following the declaration of